實拍實說，大地海外升學。
大家好，歡迎嚟到實拍實說，我係大地升學嘅 Royce。咁我哋而家啦就係喺 New South Wales Government School 嘅其中一間學校嗰度啦，呢度咧就係叫做Sydney Secondary College 嘅 Blackwattle Bay Campus。咁喺呢一度啦，佢就係讀呢個 Year 11同埋 Year 12嘅，即係比較 senior 啲嘅 year 啦，我哋嗰個係 HSC。咁呢個 location 咧，其實真係好近嗰個 Sydney Harbour 嗰個 shore 度啦，咁亦都離開即係嗰個 heart of 即係 CBD 啦，亦都係好近嘅，即係大約10分鐘車程到。咁佢好近好多唔同嘅即係 multicultural area 啦，好似譬如嗰個 Haymarket 啦，所以學生啦喺呢度讀書啦，或者出去喺呢個附近度住啦，咁都可以好容易啦，可以去即係呢啲area 嗰度啦去買嘢啊或者行街嘅。咁呢一度啦就淨係讀 Year 11同 Year 12啦，咁好多 facilities 啦都係 cater 住佢哋嘅 HSC 啦，同埋讀唔同嘅 subject 嘅。咁我哋今日啦就會去參觀下佢哋嗰個 campus 啦，同埋呢度學生學習嘅環境嘅。
So Sydney Secondary Campus is a college made up of 3 campuses. There are 2 junior campuses in the inner west, Leichhardt Campus and Balmain Campus, and they offer years 7 to 10. And Blackwattle Bay is a senior campus which offers years 11 and year 12, focusing on HSC. So our college was founded in 2002. So we've been around for about 21 years. It's also a partially selective school, so you've got students who have to take a selective test and to get into the school. Sydney Secondary College Blackwattle Bay Campus focuses on Year 11, Year 12, so that's focused on Stage 6 and the HSC itself. Our school offers the largest variety of, one of the largest variety of subjects on offer for Year 11, Year 12 out of all the schools all the government schools in New South Wales. And our teachers are specialists at these subjects. They have years of expertise. Some of these teachers as well are involved with the HSC, whether it's marking, practical components as well, and as well as being part of the exam team as well. So we've got a plethora of expertise here as well. And if you look around you, our school is by the city. We're by the city, we've got the lovely bay right in front of us, so it's a really lovely environment to be around. So we have about 800 to 900 students alone at this school, and again, they're only Year 11 and Year 12. And in 2023, we have about 10 international students. The school offers Year 11 and Year 12, and so students can apply, I think, anytime they'd like. Most students start off in the junior schools once they arrive in Australia before they start at this school, but there are some students who start immediately in Year 11 and Year 12. So again, English is a compulsory subject for all students, regardless of their level. For ESL or EALD students, we have a separate English class called English EALD. That's for students who've been in the country for 5 years or less, or who have studied in an English school within that time. So the outcomes and the expectations are similar to English Standard, but they get a lot more additional support in terms of building their vocabulary, building their expression. So there's focus on grammar, structure, expression as well. So that's one of the benefits of that course as well. For those students who qualify for EALD, at our school we also offer some ESL or EALD support for all of the subjects outside of EALD. So students can come to see the ESL support teacher, myself, and they can give us their assessment tasks. We can help break it down for them. We can help scaffold it for them. We'll work together with the faculties to create word banks as well that they can use to really make their writing as strong as they can possibly be. So international students can choose to live with either their parent or in a homestay, or in a standard homestay as well. In terms of holidays, we expect them to be at school during the school term, but they do, if they'd like to apply for leave or to go back overseas to visit family, they can. There's some procedures they can apply. They get that approved, and they have to be back in time for school. For 2023, tuition fees go between $12,400 to around $16,600 per year, and it depends on the student's year level. So for 2023, the accommodation fees depend on the student's accommodation arrangement. For example, if a student wants to live in a standard homestay, that's about $385 for a placement fee, and then it's a weekly fee of about $385 as well. 80% of all our student body end up going to university, and they go to all sorts of universities, whether it's University of Sydney, UTS, UNSW, WSU, Macquarie University, and other private universities as well. But in terms of international students, the majority of our international students do go to university as well. So in 2021, we had about 5 international students, and 2 of those students graduated they were accepted to universities overseas. So one went to Canada, one went to Singapore, and others accepted offers in Australia. Last year in 2022, we had 3 international students, and 2 students accepted offers for universities in the country. So one student is doing a Bachelor of Advanced Computing in University of Sydney, and the other international student is doing a Bachelor of Social Work at Western Sydney University. As mentioned earlier on, we offer EALD support or ESL support for our international students and migrant students. So they can come and see us, and we can help scaffold their other assessment tasks for all their subjects, whether we can give them word banks, expressions, structuring their response so they can achieve their best over there. We also have the international student team. So again, we have 3 staff. We have 3 staff on the team. We have the head coordinator and 2 coordinators. So one of them is in charge of all the admin stuff, and I'm in charge of the welfare. So students can come and see me if they just need assistance with assistance with well-being, how they're going, they want to chat. There's that there for them. Every term, for once a term, we have a meeting, we just see how everyone's going, and we kind of give information in terms of things that are happening in the school and other opportunities for international students, such as if we find news about careers expos or university expos specifically for international students, we give that information out. We also talk about some information about some programs that international students can be a part of in the holidays, so they can maximise their time here in Australia, in New South Wales. As well at our school as well, this is not just for international students but all students. Particularly at this school, we have a team of former students who are student tutors. So these are students who achieved an ATAR above 90, who were experts in all their subjects, who achieved really high results in all their subjects, and they know what it was like to study the HSC. So we have them giving support to all students, helping with assessment tasks, homework, helping with concepts. So students can just come and book a time with them and get that assistance. We seek students who are willing to rise up to the challenge, who are willing to seek new opportunities and expand their horizons. So of course, we value those who are independently driven and who are willing to collaborate with many different people, whether it's their students, whether it's their teachers, to achieve their goals and do the best they can to go to whatever pathway that they would like. It's challenging, but there's so much benefit from coming to our school, from coming to study in New South Wales as an international student. Year 11 and Year 12, it's a challenging school year time for everyone, whether it's students who've studied English their entire lives or students coming to the country. So look, I want to tell students that, I tell all my students that it takes 2 years to write that perfect essay, to write that perfect report, to write that perfect plan, so to create that perfect project. So we want students to understand that it's a big process that takes time, trial and error, lots of practice. It just takes time. That you're willing to take on that feedback, take on that advice, and that you get the most out of the experience, that you learn from this and you come out as a more mature, more resilient student who's willing to tackle the challenges ahead and outside in the bigger world out there. So again, especially with New South Wales and Australia, there's always pathways out there. There's always a way to achieve your goals. There's always a pathway. So if you're willing to do your best, you'll get where you need to go.
咁我一開頭我係 喺第二間學校轉過嚟，因為啱嚟到澳洲嘅時候，人生地不熟啦，咁就一開頭因為想揾到啲朋友嘛，咁我哋喺 IC 讀嘅時候，我有好幾個朋友都係揀咗喺呢一間學校，咁我亦都想同佢哋繼續喺同一間學校讀啦，咁就大家當有個照應咁樣，即係唔好話有少少唔適應咁樣，咁所以我就過咗嚟呢邊讀啦，咁啊轉過嚟，咁同埋我亦都上網睇過，我覺得呢一間學校嘅整體環境啊，無論學校嘅環境或者設施，我都比較中意喺呢度，咁所以我就轉咗嚟呢一間學校。我會話最大嘅分別係啲科目啦，因為喺香港讀嘅話係好 formula 嘅 subject 啦，即係可能你讀開都係 Phy Chem Bio Geography、歷史或者其他 PDHP 咁樣，即係體育啦。咁但係呢度我哋有好多唔同嘅選擇，我哋有多啲可能我哋叫 hospitality 嘅 subject 啦，咁就係做一啲可能你未來你可能諗住係做咖啡師嘅，咁佢係喺度學點樣做一個咖啡啊，或者 milkshake or something else。咁同埋我覺得喺呢度讀老師最大嘅幫助就係，因為始終我哋過嚟嘅時候係 second language 啦，咁佢哋亦都會好樂意咁幫我哋，可能做 communication 啊，或者佢哋好細心咁幫到我哋做assessment 或者功課咁樣。咁我覺得係一個好好嘅選擇，同埋另外我哋呢度有一個 career advisor 啦，即係可能你類似香港嘅生涯規劃老師。咁當你如果對你嘅前途，可能你將來你想入 university 或者想做工嘅，但係你唔知道你將來想做啲咩，或者喺大學讀啲咩嘅學位啦，咁你都可以同佢講，咁佢亦都會幫你去諗一諗究竟你將來可以點樣入大學啊，讀咩學位會比較好啊，同埋你可以做啲咩工種。我而家係有一份 part time job 嘅，咁我而家係喺一個游泳池度做啦，咁我係做游水教練嘅，咁游水教練喺呢度嚟講，我會覺得比較係一個高薪嘅工作啦，喺一個 part time job 裏面，同埋一個18歲可以揾到嘅 part time job 面係比較高薪，因為我平均一個鐘都可以攞到人工係30蚊澳幣。我而家嘅計劃係喺 Sydney 度做，即係讀埋大學啦。咁我而家諗緊讀嘅學位係 Sport and Science 或者 Sport Management。我會話，因為一開頭我選擇過嚟澳洲嘅時候，有好多唔同，身邊好多唔同朋友啊，或者唔同其他家長啊，都有同我講。你過嚟澳洲嘅時候，你小心啲喎，因為有啲可能種族歧視啊，佢哋唔中意可能嚟自中國嘅人或者亞洲嘅人。咁但係我發現嚟到呢度嘅時候係冇呢一個問題，即係唔係太常見到，唔係好 common。咁其實我覺得都唔需要驚，即係呢度啲不論學校嘅同學啊、老師啊，或者去到你去餐廳或者 even 係你嘅鄰居，佢都會比較友善，即係佢唔會因為你唔係澳洲人或者你英文講得唔好唔流利而去排斥你，佢亦都會好友善咁同你慢慢去聽啊，嘗試了解啊，或者理解你想講啲咩。我嘅 advice 係，如果你選擇咗過嚟，你首先你要明白澳洲呢個交通系統係有少少耐啦，即係可能你等巴士或者等火車，你都要比香港嚟比較嘅話係用相對比較多嘅時間。即係可能香港你一班地鐵你係講緊2至3分鐘啦，咁但係呢度可能講緊你如果 miss 住一班地鐵或者火車嘅話，你係要等大約5至10分鐘嘅時間啦，同巴士都一樣啦。如果你係希望改變一下你現有嘅生活模式或者你嘅學習環境，嚟澳洲係一個好好嘅選擇，因為你會發現，不論喺澳洲對比喺香港啦，佢嘅生活模式係比較慢少少，即係比較他條少少啦，比較休閒。咁佢亦都唔會好每一件事都唔會好趕咁去做。咁同埋呢度嘅學習環境係比較自由。咁香港你就係每一日返學就係可能上5堂6堂，咁就放學跟住就去補習。咁但係呢度通常你都會有少少嘅唔同嘅，不論你做小息嘅時候，你喺小息嘅時候或者放飯嘅時候，你都有好多唔同嘅活動可以去做啊，或者你有唔同嘅 study period 喺你一日入面，咁所以你都有時間去作息，或者你呢度放學之後你唔一定係去補習嘅，你 可能你就算去完補習好，你都會可以揾到時間有朋友同你一齊去玩啊，同埋呢度整體嚟講嗰個生活模式係比較舒服少少。
This school offers an English class for those students from overseas, which is called EALD. And all of teachers understand my circumstance that I speak English as a foreign language. Once I've been scared of learning and communicating in English, but I got used to it like everyone does. Everyone's kind to me and doesn't hesitate to talk to me. If you have a bad communication skills, that's totally okay. If I compare studying here to study in Korea, it's quite different in several areas. Firstly, I go home earlier. Secondly, I study less subjects. Thirdly, teachers are not strict. Once you arrive at Australia, you would probably feel nervous as you imagine due to cultural differences and unfamiliarity with new environments. But that's not a big deal. As you've struggled with a lot of problems in your life, just treat it as another one to get over. When it comes to loneliness, you don't even need to concern about it. Everyone is open for you in Aussie.
多謝收睇我哋呢一期探訪 Sydney Secondary College Blackwattle Bay Campus 嘅 video。咁啊，呢間學校啦就係讀 Year 11同埋 Year 12嘅，同 Sydney 市中心啦距離就好近。職員啦同埋老師啦，唔單止注重成績啦，亦都十分之注重學生嘅嗰個個人成長，亦都願意去幫助每一位學生嘅嗰個入學嘅困難。呢點咧，我覺得係非常之好嘅。同學對於教學嘅方式啦，或者生活等等啦，都係非常之滿意嘅。如果大家想知道啲關於呢間學校嘅information，歡迎嚟到我哋大地海外升學，揾我哋顧問幫手。中意睇個片嘅話呢，就記得 like、comment 同埋 subscribe 去我哋嘅 YouTube channel。我哋下集再見啦，拜拜。
有海外升學問題，即刻 WhatsApp 大地啦！